Hi Gemini, welcome to your week ahead Taroscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, my readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign, Gemini, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they're going to speak to you. With that said, remember they are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody, and that is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards for the forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise. They help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So I know a lot of you are thinking, hang on a sec, what's going on there? So I apologize. Last week your card for your key to the week card actually should have been the Tower. Because I pulled your key from the week, your key to the week card comes directly from the weeks of the month in the monthly videos. So they all kind of interlink in a sense, but I got the order wrong. So I apologize. Last week you got the Sun card when you should have had the Tower, and this week you've got the Tower when you should have had the Sun card. With all of that said, happy damn birthday to you. I truly hope you have a wonderful solar return, and I really hope that you fill your day of birth or your solar return or your lunar return with with as much of the things that you want this next year to have in it for you. Like, do little token things on the day of your birthday or your solar return or your ascendant point return. Do little things that imprint the universal energy with what you want more of for the year ahead, okay? So, that being said, you do have the Tower this week. I'm sorry. And remember, the Tower card is, it is a clearing of the decks, but it is also a reminder that we are human, that we are going to be subject to changes, to upheavals, to challenges, hurts, traumas, scraped knees, but also it's a reminder that nothing really is solid, and in that should be some form of comfort. That if you're, can you imagine being in a bad situation and change never being a part of life? That would be awful, right? And if everything is constantly good and we're always on cloud nine, we don't know what it is to appreciate that because we've never known anything but. So the Tower, in a sense, is the great equalizer. And for that reason, it may be that this week there are things that come up for you that kind of disrupt plans, that put you sort of somewhat out in a sense. And I really hope that's not the case, but just be aware that it's a possibility. And I know you're probably thinking, well, we should have had the Sun card this week, so maybe it won't happen. Well, you got the Sun card last week because I made a human error. So you see, this could be another way that it plays out. If you are a continued subby, you know Rafi loves you. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit the subscribe button. For your actions and options, you've got the Wheel of Fortune. So, I mean, on the brighter end of this scale, this could literally be some form of spontaneous travel that comes up. It may also be that you make like a decision just to say, you know what, I'm out. I'm going on holiday for a week, or you know what, I am gonna, spend a big chunk of my this week. You're making a change of some sort. And you're doing this in a really shocking, potentially upheaval kind of way. It also suggests, so the Tower card with the Wheel of Fortune can also be travel plans that don't go ahead or travel plans that are disrupted. So if you have plans to travel, whether by car, whether by plane, whatever this week, just be mindful to give yourself plenty of time and to double check the route. Have you got your passport? Have you got, the whole list, all the things? For your communications and conversations, you've got the Death card. All right, look, I'm going to be really honest with you. If you've been with me for long enough, you know I do not shy away from the difficult messages, and sometimes life is infinite shades of grey. It's going to have great moments, those are the peaks, and it's going to have awful moments, those are the troughs. It goes like this. We strive to find this, and eventually we do once we all get to about 40. But for the most part, this is life, right? All jokes aside, this could be, and I hope I'm wrong on this, and I truly send you all of the love that you need for this not to be true. But the Death card coupled with the Tower, especially with the Death card in the communications, this could be at the heavier end. This could be news of a death that reaches you from either overseas or from a distance. This could be, maybe you get a phone call to say such and such has passed. I really hope that is not the case. Another way that this may come up on a more sort of mundane level, this could literally be communication that is disrupted or doesn't go ahead. So maybe you are in the process of applying for a uni and you get a message back to say, no, sorry, there's no space for you. That's if you're studying. If you're an employee, this could be your employment is being terminated. This could be that your job is being dissolved. It could be that you are, if you're a business owner, maybe you're interacting with a client. You've done lots of hard work on making sure that, you know, everything is settled for them, and then at the last minute, the whole deal just falls through. There's something here that could be quite disruptive to your plans through that communicative energy. For those of you that are retired and no longer working, this could be news of a friend, of a loved one, maybe somebody that you worked with or a colleague passing. And I really hope that isn't the case. But it is possible. It could also be that something that you really enjoyed, maybe you've got a hobby or a practice that you do, and suddenly it comes to an end. So this is like a sudden ending, a sudden death of sorts. It doesn't have to be like an actual one, but if you've been with me long enough, you know I always talk about this. There are very few combinations in the tarot that mean literal or physical death, and one of them is the Tower and the Death card. So I apologize, and you know it's not a nice message to hear, but I like to give it to you straight, okay, and as easy and as gently as I possibly can. For your love and relations, you've got the 9 of Cups. Okay, so love, partnerships, relationships, these look nice. There's also, with this Wheel of Fortune, for those of you that are planning to travel, yes, there are disruptions, but the travel does go ahead. You've also got this for those of you that are single. Honestly, this could be the spontaneous end of a relationship, but literally one coming in straight after. So this could be, maybe you meet somebody, maybe you connect with someone, you think it's going really well, and then all of a sudden this person just ghosts you, completely disappears, and you're like, okay, I have no idea what happened. Like, I genuinely thought everything was cool. Nothing, gone. And then with the 9 of Cups, it's like somebody else, some new person shows up in order to, maybe not to replace that person, but some new person shows up and your attention is diverted to them. With this kind of thing, it's always hard, right? I've actually had people that I was, you know, talking to, and it was all going great. As soon as I found out what I do for work, never heard from them again. And I'm not gonna lie, a part of me was a little bit hurt because I was like, wow, okay, that was kind of uncomfortable. But yeah, very, it happens. I'm just trying to bring light to the situation, but there could definitely be a mending to a relationship this week as well. That's possible because it is the 9 of Cups after all. For your money and materials, you have the 3 of Pentacles. For some of you, this is a week where you might need to get creative around your finances. So you're needing to find a terminated contract, something that you were relying on, potentially of a financial sort of inclination, may not go ahead, might not be possible, may no longer be available. That 3 of Pentacles, you're having to find new ways to make money this week. You're having to look at, okay, how can I generate a new income stream here? How can I improve the revenue stream that I've got? It may also be that you are starting to get a clearer idea through a conversation or through something happening that it might be where you're starting to look at things and say, okay, I'm realizing I'm needing to be a little bit more independent here. Whatever this is or was, it's no longer viable or working. For your physical health and vitality, the 3 of Pentacles is your knees and your structure, your bones, etc. Look after your physical self this week, especially I touch wood, but you've got the Tower card here as well. So, you know, slips, trips and falls, they can be really hard on the knees, so watch out for that. And then when it comes to your home and environment, the Three of Pentacles, I feel for some of you, for those of you that are homeowners at least, this could be a week where you're getting a valuation on the house. And unfortunately, it looks like, you know, they might get it, might have it wrong. It's possible. And the reason being is because Mercury is still retrograde until the 3rd, and then it will station direct. So, you know, we're still under that energy for a while. So if you are having your home valued this week, and the number comes back and you think, oh, that's really low, or, you know, it's not where I thought it was going to be, don't panic. It just means that you're, don't panic. It just means that maybe the source of information is not good this week, okay? So it might be something that you're needing to do again at a later date, just to make sure. Second opinion is probably what I'm trying to say. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have an interesting week. It looks like you will. Take care, and I'll see you soon.